That's so cool, actually. This is like one of the few sword moves I've learned. But this is not a sword. You know, to go, it's like you parry and then you do a counter attack. You parry and cocked by Crollo. Looking good, coach. Thanks. Bully Maguire. Shout out to Russian Spetsnaz. Bully Maguire. Do you know that I happen to be a huge fan of Bully Maguire? Like, yeah. Like the last time I saw something Bully Maguire was like 2 days ago. Guilty pleasure. Human Spider, that channel here on YouTube. Kind of funny. 12 guys now. Well, some of you missed the peak performance here of my hammer workout. Already trained neck and forearms. A little bit of curls today. Now, I've had a long day. I went up at like 3:30 today. Had a bunch of clients and work stuff. Now I have a little break. It's not a super nice day. I wanted to get in something more. Like the stream, guys. And if you talk to me, I'll talk to you in between. I do little things with a hammer. But yeah, as always, the coolest move is of course the variations of this. Much harder with the left. You know, this what's kind of cool about this practice, it's like it takes trust. Like when you start doing these kinds of movements, you have to kind of just trust that I'll be able to catch it behind me there, you know. It won't hit me in the back of the head or something. Deblan, hi Theo, I have a question. I mean, just ask your question. Hi. Nova, how heavy is that? So this one is 4 kilos. But you know, that's what's so awesome with these longer objects. It's like, of course, when 4 kilos is here, it's nothing. But when it's here all of a sudden, now it's super heavy. So in a sense, you get access to many different loads, you know, levels. It's like I've been doing these supinations or pronations. Of course, I can just progressively overload by moving up here. It's so awesome. Love, this is my favorite training tool ever, actually, and I didn't expect it when I bought it. I have a mace that's twice as heavy, and that's good too, but you're just more flexible with this one. You can do so many different things. Andrei Morairu, a member in the chat, what's your take on meal prep? Let me just collect my thoughts a little bit and do one movement, do some chill movement in the meantime. Okay, gotta be a big recycling van truck here now. But look, meal prep. So what I think is that following a good diet, a nutrition plan, is about compliance. Like Stan Efferding, Vertical Diet says, compliance is the science. So meal prep is a great tool to have good meals that fit your macros and health standards, right? So the thing is, for me, for instance, I work from home. Like my office is literally in my home, so I meal prep, but on a daily basis. I would cook every day, but for instance, maybe I boil potatoes and or rice for several days at a time. But the point is that I don't really need to do meal prepping for an entire week or something. But and maybe someone else wouldn't either. But the point is, if meal prep helps you stay consistent, compliant to a nutrition plan, it's great. So it's like, it's not that you have to meal prep or anything. What you have to do is follow the nutrition plan. But if prepping your meals, doing a bunch of meals at the same time, so you're prepared, you know. Yeah, and honestly, you know, if we just think about it in short term, like I meal prep, but more on a micro basis, because I can often be quite fast to act. But for instance, you know, I don't know, say that I know all of a sudden I'm gonna be away from home today, I'm gonna be out and doing this stuff, I'm gonna bring something, I'm gonna think, how will I get my food? So meal prepping, it's not only about preparing the meals, but being prepared. And that's why I talk about in my diet video about this base structure that's just in your bone, in the back, in your backbone. Yeah, so absolutely planning and preparing for a longer amount of time. But the thing is, with the diet, you just gotta be prepared. That's the thing. Good morning to Detroit, brand new. Let's see, Bully Maguire, get on up, get yourself together, drive that funky song. Everybody knows about it. Ruslan Sinesin, hi. Devlen, the question is, do you know what they call a boat that can fly in Sweden? A flygbåt? I don't know. No, tell me. Pat Gaming iPad style. Morning to you. Good morning. I'm just gonna call you Pat from now. It's like some of you guys with your long screen names, you know. Can you see what it says on this shirt, by the way? Can you see what it says on this shirt? Huh? I'm liking, I've gotten so much stronger in my wrists lately. I couldn't do this move with this hammer before. It's more difficult with the left, but I could too. I've gotten to know this hammer so much better. I hope, if someone is paying attention, if there's someone here that's seen all the hammer videos, you will see that my skill with a hammer improves. Just because I actually do the thing. I practice, you know. Yeah, I don't have as much control, but I kind of have the strength to go through the motion. Yeah. Like the stream, guys, please. Why do I get fewer likes when it's like in the standing format? Devlin, small foot. What? The question is, do you know what they call a boat that can fly in Sweden? It says small foot. I'm not getting it. Oh, sunt förnuft, yes. Yeah, you seem more comfortable with a hammer now. Yeah, exactly. Because that's kind of cool, you know. That's what one part I like with this. You know, I love lifting heavy weights and seeing the weights improve in the gym for sure. But this kind of, you know, it's not measurable in like numbers. It's just like I'm calibrating myself with the object more and more. Just have more control over it. Devlin asks if I'm preparing for zombie apocalypse. I mean, I think of often that I might not be like an actual soldier, you know, that I'm not good with a weapon like a gun or handling it, but the stress and just survival skills I would have for many things. So I feel quite prepared. Do you know, literally when I'm at my darkest, when I'm the most depressed, that's what I kind of wish for to happen in the world. Like, there's no fucking meaning here. I'm just jacked and depressed. I'm like, yeah, I'm healthy, I'm surviving, but everything sucks. Can it just be a zombie apocalypse, or is it like something going on here? That's what I've been wishing for. Okay. Well, some questions, guys, that I've answered so many times. And you know, some of those I like more than others, but this about cardio. Like, there's nothing wrong that you're asking me, but I've explained me and cardio so many times these last few days. So let me get back to some of your questions. But there are quite a few now. Consider sending a super chat so I can prioritize it. What movement should we do now? I'll get back to you in a bit. Um, oh yeah, this kind of stuff, this is not so much skillful, this is just a really nice feeling movement, you know. Rotation, everywhere. Like this, I've been thinking to myself when I use these kinds of objects, that these must be so good for so many athletes. Just imagine, see me do this. Imagine a golf player, tennis player, like, right? Even just a football player. And I mean like soccer, real football, you know. It's funny that I say it like that, like real football, but it's not like I'm into the sport at all, really. Okay. I am from Sweden, Noel Gaming. Have a great day, Nova. Ruslan is saying, do you think modern generation have become less and less masculine? Is it because life circumstances change, everything is available much easier? So look, that's kind of huge topic like that. But I mean, yeah, it's like around my generation. We were grown up in kind of feminized times, and it's like on every level, you know, even not just like indoctrination of ideas, but like actually physiologically with getting poisoned, you know, so the testosterone goes down, all that, you know. But yes, yeah, I think that it's that cycle, right, of good men or strong men create good times create weak men create bad times. Now, because there's been good times, so men have grown weak, right? So it becomes bad times, and that's why some of us like hit rock bottom and have to become really good again. So yeah, but look, now that you're aware, you have a choice to be more than less and less masculine. Now you can become more and more masculine instead, because you have awareness, you're conscious. And Bully Maguire said, this is impressive, this exercise uses all muscle groups. So, it uses a lot of muscle groups, but like in terms of strength, even, what it challenges most are the wrists and the shoulders a bit, but mainly the wrists, really. And then of course you have, but it's mobility in many areas, like, you know, there's going to be movement in the hips, in the shoulders, in the spine. But yeah, it's just a great for someone that does the weights. This is like, for me, this is like active recovery, you know. This is great for my shoulders and wrists that were overworked so much. Just having this smoother movements that's not quite as heavy. Andre Moreiro, thank you for the answer. Could you also talk a little bit about toxic families? How do you love them from a distance? You said you have a similar situation on past streams. Okay, let me get to that in a bit. How much cardio do you do? So look, cardio, I don't do any active cardio. Like, do you count what I'm doing now as cardio? Like, if I wasn't talking so much to the chat, I could get a little higher pulse from this, right? So look, I do intense weight training beyond failure that always elevates my heart rate. I do like hit cardio a bit when I weight train, especially at the frequency I do it, you know. And I walk a lot. Like yesterday, I walked just 20k steps, and it's not unusual. So for me, for health reasons, I don't really have to do cardio. I do so much movement and training anyway. And when I do try to do cardio, it always goes well. Like pure cardio, even if I go for a run, it's like, yeah, I have good cardio. So it's different for someone that though goes to the gym like twice per week. They might to strength train. They might have to do some cardio for health reasons too, if you see what I mean. So I don't really do cardio like that. Tomcat, I had to confront some fears right now. I felt like I was in the jungle, but I feel better for it. Your video, you can do it, inspired the shit of me. Okay, but fears in the jungle. In the jungle, that's a great place to be. Like the stream, guys. 42 people. I'm surprised I got so many right now. Stan Jinx, I must have missed it. I know you walk a lot. Yeah, well, there you go. Like, yeah, that's why I say I think it's a kind of annoying situation, because I get annoyed sometimes by getting the same question over and over, but I know that it's not the fault of the person asking, so it's not like I'm justified in being annoyed, you know, and I just kind of have to explain it again. Pat, just eat the zombies first. Yeah, okay. DK, oh, Thor with a hammer. Yeah, I didn't even think of it when I got it, but it hit me recently, like, yeah, I'm a little bit Thor now. Robin, how much muscle do you think you personally put on after bulk cut cycle? I mean, it's so difficult to tell a thing like that, but look, I've been looking through old pictures recently, and honestly, especially since, like, honestly, even after 3 years, I'm not that much smaller than I am now, but especially after 4 years, the last 2 years since then, I have made improvements, but they're so much smaller. But then what you gotta realize, just like with cutting fat, we talk a bit about the paper roll effect. That, you know, if you have a completely new toilet paper roll, if you take away one layer, you won't tell the difference. But the closer you come to the center, the more you notice every layer that's getting peeled, right? It's the same with body fat. That if you have 30 kilos of extra fat on you, it's like when you lose 5, it's not that huge of a difference. But when you get closer down to those last kilos, you see more and more for each kilo. It's a little bit the same with the muscle, that when you put on like a reverse paper roll effect, like when you come so that you're actually big, you like, people think you're fit. When you start to look like the fake natty, it's all those little micro increments of improvement on top of that, I think. So, I mean, this recent bulk cut cycle, the thing is, some muscles, like my legs, for instance, because of injuries, I've never lost a ton of muscle, but I noticed, though, that when I've had to take a step back, the quads just creep down a little bit, you know. So, it's difficult, but look, man, honestly, for me at this point, if I squeeze out a pure kilo of muscle after a bulk, like let's say 6 to 9 months of bulking, and I've cut, then it's like effectively 1 kilo muscle added all over. That's great, you know. So I think it has completely, it goes way slower for me now, but like I tell you, it's that sort of reverse paper roll effect, that whatever little improvements you can do onto something that's already very good, it shows. Bully Maguire, you look incredible, man. You look like jacked up version of Chuck Norris from The Way of the Dragon. Haven't even seen that movie, but I guess I'll take it as a compliment. Thank you. You know, when the clouds disperse, I might show off the physique a bit more, get my sun exposure for the day. You know, I'm a genius, guys. I made it so now I'm doing training and a bit of work here, talking with you on YouTube, and getting sun exposure all at once. You know, optimize all the good and important things. So what do we want to do now? Wow, I didn't even expect. I mean, I have to use, it's not a pure wrist movement, but I'm using less momentum to do this than I thought I would have had to. Oof. Have to be a bit more careful with the left, because it's a little tender here. Alex writes something in Russian or some Cyrillic-looking language. I don't know what that is. Alex Bayura, Thor himself and his Mjolnir. Hey man, really love your channel. Well, cheers, Alexei. I appreciate that. Yeah, it is funny, right? I didn't think about the Thor thing when I got it. The hammer. The reason it's specifically a hammer is because this store, pretty close to me, that's what I saw on their website that they had. It's like not actually a store that you're supposed to go to, like an individual just person. They were more like an office. They stored stuff and they delivered to gyms and stuff. But now they're I don't know. There's some transition thing going on there. So I could just come there and be like, hey, buy this. But it was more like I had to place an order for it. There's some talk about the zombie apocalypse. General Kalle says Rudammen. Det stämmer, broder. Fina Rudammen. Tomcat, once you start facing fears, it gets addicting. Exactly, man. This, what I'm doing right now, right here, would have been a fear at some point, you know. Being watched by a bunch of people, center of attention. I'm using a physical thing. I could make a fool out of myself. I expose myself to the judgment of the people. It sounds like you've been... Search this channel for fear or fears. Archok and Kanto says, true, Tomcat, if you run, the fears get worse. If you face them, they get better. It's a litany of fear, guys. Fear is the mind killer, the little death that brings total obliteration. When you face it, what is it? Where the fear has gone, there will be nothing. Only I will remain. Like the stream, guys. Ruslan Citizen, do you think social media impacts self-esteem and body image among people? You look amazing but achievable, and that motivates more rather than have tons of unattainable muscles. Yeah, I mean, of course it impacts people, but you know that you have to manage your social media just like your diet. I think that the junk food availability makes people fat and sick, but in the end it's up to the people still to change their consumptions, their habits. So it's the same with social media. You know, I have to see a bunch of fitness stuff, but now I have, of course, gotten myself into a shape so I don't have, you know, we have weird like you get like body dysmorphia, even when it's not necessarily that you have a negative self-view. You just like are a bit confused about everything because you have seen so many things. But but for instance, news and stuff that influence me in a bad way, I just read way less news now because I take responsibility for my social media consumption. So of course I think social media impacts people, but people have to take responsibility then. So yeah. Yes, I am Swedish, naked beekeeper. Bully Maguire, do you ever do isometric holds like a plank or wall sit? Not many, like as part of something else in that case. I might start doing that a bit for like my core and hip flexors. They've been a weakness, I've strengthened them a lot, but I think, you know, L-sit stuff, I think I should start doing some. So that will be some isometrics, just holding positions like that. But honestly, mostly I don't. I'm not against it in any way. Like I can see times when it would be useful. It's like it's never been like, oh, this is the thing, you know. Like for any goal I've had. Dustin Watkins, what about measuring by strength to weight ratio? Is it easier to tell based on that rather than visually, or is it that so minuscule level of improvement too? I haven't, that's so out of context for me. I don't know what you mean by that. Russ's shirt, nice shirt. What's ETA? Estimated time of arrival on you starting a cult, though. It's funny, like, why have several people talked about starting a cult? I feel like one of my main messages on this channel is like, don't believe anything just because I said it, you know. Yes, you can trust Theo, you can think Theo is smart and give credit to his ideas, but you don't know anything until you go and confirm for yourself with your own experience. Don't just follow what I do. You follow what I do because you know that it's the right thing to do. So, you know, I'm happy to start like a community and stuff, but a cult, it's like that I'm trying to make people come out of cults, you know, be free from that. And if you have a group centered around that, I don't think it's not a cult. I mean, I notice people like my personality and stuff. It's not. But it's like you're kind of a following without having a cult, right? Red Room, your title the other day was so good, bro. Made me laugh. So which one? With Real Men Are Ripped, or what was the other one? Forget women and become the man. Which one did you mean? Paul Werner, just saw your "What Women Think About You Getting Ripped" video, and suddenly it's not what being ripped taught me about women, right? That's the one you mean. It's so funny. Do you understand that since that video went viral and I have gotten over 300,000 views, after having gotten like 2,000 maybe for years, I haven't watched it once since then. But I kind of remember it. But yeah, that's funny, right? That you saw the old video and now I'm here live. Way more jacked and stacked, more comfortable with the camera, not quite as thick of a Swedish accent, even though it's still there. Yeah, welcome, Paul. See, you see? It's funny, it's my old video that so many people found and drew them in. And I still think I was such a... Like, I don't... And not that I look down on my old self, but I know just that I've developed... I was the same guy. I'm just 100 times better now or something, you know? So you see, I should have been found already back then, is what I'm saying. Joe asks if I take creatine. I do, but it's not important at all. Sometimes I just haven't had it at home and I don't like think about it. If it does a difference, it's not something I can tell. I just kind of assume. Sixten Andreasson, what do you think about supersets? So I don't like supersetting too big. Look, if strength and muscle isn't your only and main goal, you can get some conditioning in by supersetting some exercises, because you have a higher tempo, right? But when you're like especially as you're getting stronger, like if you superset some big compounds, even if they're antagonistic muscles, if you do it too fast, there's going to be a bit of central fatigue that steals a bit of performance, you know. So generally, I don't like to superset when that's the main goal and you have the time, you know. It's for time efficiency, could be one idea to do it. But towards the end of my workout, when there are exercises I feel like more isolated, that don't really, like if I do a lateral raise and a triceps push down, they don't, it's not like even taking one to failure will take anything from the other, right? Yeah, yesterday I did calves and some ab exercise superset. So you see what I mean? I don't like it generally for the two big movements. And yeah, towards the end with the smaller exercises, why not? Irene Claudio Hernandez. Hi. Serve me lemonade. What are you talking about? Oh, we have a super chat here. Andre Moreiro. Just purchased your training book. Your fasting advice helped me lose 6 kg in 6 weeks. Feeling proud. We'll start weightlifting next week. That's awesome, man. I just took a screenshot with that because I like that. That's great to hear, man. 6 kg in 6 weeks. That's really good. And start weightlifting. Awesome, man. Like, you know, let me know if you need any help with that. Like, you've become a member and been supportive. So, I mean, coaching would be great. I always know that I can do more than. But what I'm saying is, like, if you're gonna I'd be happy to give you a little starting program or something, because I reward like loyalty and support. So yeah, man. Thanks for the support again with the super chat, and yeah, it's gonna be nice to hear what you think about the book. And yeah, let's get to the weights now, for sure, man. Paul Werner, bringing me to my question, actually, do you do cut bulks? Do you eat intuitively, or do you maintain being shredded all the time? So look, man, since you just found the channel, your mission now is to just go through everything, because you know all of this. It's something I've talked about so much, like on this channel, and recently I have just finished a cut done with some. Yeah, well, in these days, unconventional methods like prolonged fasting, dry fasting even. But I bulk and cut. Right now, I have a maintenance period, kind of, during the summer, when I work towards different goals, like muscle-up training right now. I hit 2 muscle-ups in a row this Monday, first time. Travis Days, 3 pulls, and I subscribe. Pulls? 3 pull-ups? Yeah, I mean, oof. My knees, I've been sitting in a squat all the time. I can do 3 pull-ups. Now you gotta subscribe. Travis, right? Yeah. May has too. What music do you listen to when you work out? None. I don't really listen to music. I'm very musical. I've sung in one of the best men's courses in the world for 10 years. But I've never really listened much to music. But I love video game music, so sometimes I play some remixes of Donkey Kong Country music. And honestly, when I get to the gym, I have to deal with whatever crap music they play in the gym. I would just like if it was silent in the gym, you know. Like today when I trained at the home gym, neck and some forearms, was nice and quiet. But yeah, not really listen much to music. DK, remember gentlemen, real men don't shave their balls. Stop this manscaping nonsense. I don't know where that came from. You can trim it a little bit for your girl, you know. But yeah, I agree that you don't shave it. But I don't know why you're coming with that. DB lifts. Started my cut this week to hopefully get a 4 plate added chin. Just wanted to say that you are awesome and inspirational, Theo. Well, thanks, man. That's impressive. 4 plates. How much do you weigh, man? That's really good. My personal best in chin up is like a complete dead hang to like a complete here, supinated grip. 40 kilos added when I'm pretty sure I weighed like 82 kilos. And yeah, it was a clean one. I think I have a short on this channel actually when I do that. But yeah, thanks, man, and good luck with that. Travis, I'm just trying to make the man work, stop talking, get a pump. Like, look, man, I'm the one here outside with a hammer in the outdoor gym, and you're the one that's sitting watching me on a computer or phone. So you sup hot dog? No, I am from Sweden. Do I get more like random people watching when I go in this format? Because things just seem a bit different with what happens. Yeah, I would like the stream, guys. Let's see what is the time. Okay, because I'm gonna have to go. Not yet. What? Ruslan citizen, your thoughts on body positivity movement. So I think I probably have a video with body positivity in the title, and my take is that I am body positive, you know, as in I treat my body in a positive way. I don't lie about being fat, being positive, like, oh, say healthy at any size, lie about that and call it body positive or something. However, as you see, I will be a bit nuanced sometimes. Like sometimes I will scream a little bit like, you're a fat fuck. Like, just get your shit together. But I think also people use fat people as a punching bag a lot. So I want to, you know, if you've gotten fat, you know, life is difficult. We've all had our problems. So, I mean, I don't want you to think that I hate you. I understand people that are fat, you know. But just don't make me lie and pretend that, oh, it's like... No. Body positivity is taking good care of your body out of love for yourself. Not because it's not something is wrong with you and you need to be fixed, but because you're great and you deserve all the best, you know. See, isn't that a better body positive message that I just gave right here? This did only one. Good morning, my man. Hamir Porman, where are you from? Your English is good. Sweden. And yes, like I tell people that ask about the English, like we have for a longer time in many countries in Europe just had English in school, and we watch a lot of movies and video games, you know. So I personally learned a lot, but first from school, but then from playing online games when I'm like 11 years old, and you actually have to try to communicate. So when I started this channel, I was like fluent in English. I just didn't speak it as much. My accent was a bit thicker and that. Michelle Ramos, one pull-up is $1. Like, that's so, you know, I would definitely do something like that. The thing is, right now, you have to understand that for me, I'm so serious about my training, and right now I have some elbow issues. I have to be quite mindful about like the exact volume I do of things and stuff. So I just don't feel like cranking out the max set of pull-ups so that you maybe give me $1 for each, you know. I just won't. But you know, definitely, you know, I could do a stream at some point when I do something like that. Oh, and of course, I'll just tell you this. If someone sends me an amount and tells me, like, do this, like, it's harder for me to say no when you've already, like, given the reward, right? Starfish Guy 09. English or Spanish? What do you mean? Should I pick which one I like most? Or what are you saying? Like, I don't speak Spanish. No habla español. Ligo Elenica. Milao Elenica. So that's Greek. I know a little bit of Greek. Ein bisschen Deutsch. There's a little bit of German. Michelle Ramos, bro. Frame bite. That shaving comment tells us you don't get laid. Are you telling me? Like first of all, when I got laid, I didn't shave or anything, and there are no complaints about that. I think I just trimmed with scissors, and I've been a Volcel for almost 5 years now, and the girl I love, for the things, you know, we haven't slept with each other, but you know, she doesn't want me to go. She thinks it's gay to go all bald on your dick, you know. I think a lot of girls agree with that. Justin Hodges, have you ever considered hybrid athlete training opposed to strength training? No. Like, look, I hate to be that guy, but I have such a huge brain on all of this, and I understand all the little different systems of the body and different skills and types of exercise movements and stuff, and I am already quite a lot of a hybrid, you know. Like, I could maybe get more, or even more diverse in what I do, but you know, I'm very far from, you say opposed to strength training. Strength training, there are many things that fit within strength training. Like, I'm not a power lifter that has all this gear and doing 3 lifts in a very specific form, right? Like, I do all tons of things in also a specific form, but that's like kind of the opposite of a powerlifting form, more about trying to make the range of motion as long as possible rather than as short as possible and stuff. So you see, considered a hybrid athlete, I'm out here with my hammer. I've just let it go now because there's so many people on the stream, lots of questions. But you know, is that a pure strength training thing, what I'm doing with a hammer, right? So you see what I mean? I'm always thinking about little ways, so what more can I take on and diversify what I do? But what I'm saying is I'm just not just a strength guy at all. Might be my highest stat. I don't know. Yalla suk suk. Habibi. DB lifts. I'm 84 to 86 kilos and my best was 45 kilo added for three sets of 8. I think I got it if I do cut, but only wait to find out. I'll be rooting for you and your goals, Theo. Well, thanks, but man, didn't you say 4 plates? And you say 45 kilos added? Like, that's still very good. That's like stronger than what I had. Okay, 3 sets of 8, I guess, and you want to do 1 rep max with 4 plates. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, but tell me how it goes, man. I think that's like, you know, in terms of impressing me with the strength numbers, that's one of the lifts that I actually care about. So that's great. Let's see you do some manly stuff. Oh, we love Swedes here. Okay, well, let's do some manly stuff then. Peace King, peace Shuyin. That's funny, so I get exposed to a bunch of new people when I go, because it tells me, the phone or YouTube tells me before I go live, like, are you sure you don't want to go in the vertical format? Because seems to like you get more exposure. But okay, be a little manly. Hit my head a little bit. Yeah, is that manly enough for you? Um, oh my God, you're like Dolph Lundgren. Yeah. Someone asked me if I get all my inspiration for my philosophy mostly from Dolph Lundgren, and I confirmed that of course that's the case. Willie Maguire, do you know of Cole's Snake Diet channel? Yeah, look man, Snake Diet is what got this, like the first subscribers of this channel, except the very first. Most came through the Snake Diet. I do a lot of fasting, you know. So yeah, I'm like, I've integrated some of Cole's school of thought into what I do, but he has different clientele, if you see what I mean, different audience. So yeah, I'm aware of Cole, it's just I don't follow him closely at all, because there's nothing new coming from there that gains, like that I have something to gain from, if you see what I mean. Russell Shirt, we need more HIV positivity. Even in 2024, you're ostracized for having the diagnosis. My grinder match is reduced by 50% after adding the diagnosis to my bio. Like, nice troll, man. Russell and Citizen, do you think workouts performed in a faster state more effective for fat loss and muscle gain? No, I know for a fact that if there's any difference, it's so minuscule, it doesn't matter. Whatever you like to do most matters more. All these little things, it's like, they don't matter. They don't matter. Compliance and progression to the overall plan, eating in a deficit or surplus, whether depending on your goal, and crushing the workouts, you know, this is what matters. And you understand that this is such, if this is a difference in what you're asking, it's so small that it's never gonna be like, oh yeah, and when I started training fasted, then I lost the weight, you know. It's never gonna be that. So whatever you prefer, whatever makes you stay compliant to the overall plan is best. So when I train fasted only for the sake of the strategy that it's good for me to delay when I start to eat in the day. That has nothing to do, it's just I like to train in the morning, so then it happens to be so that I train fasted. I train fasted right now most days too, because I just like to, I'm not bulking. When I'm bulking, I'll actually not train fasted, but it's mostly in terms of the opposite thing. I want to be able to get in enough food in a day. So you see, it never has to do with whether I think it's more beneficial for a burning fat or not to train faster or not. It's about the overall adherence to the plan. You see what I'm saying? Thank God you're straight. Of course I am. Very ding. Hey from Russia. Hey. Bully Maguire, beautiful Swedish blonde man. Cockatiel. It's a meme. First they ask English or Spanish, then when you respond they say whoever moves first is gay. You get a reaction. Okay. Leda, beautiful day. Bye bye blonde Swede. Well, bye Leda. Justin Hodges, I wouldn't consider that to be hybrid training specifically. Everyone does a variation of things in some small form. No, but it's okay. I guess it depends on what you mean by hybrid athlete. But like as of right now, I'm not intending to change so much with my regimen, you know. Like I have already the major change for me. I'm not bulking, so I'm not actively, you know, pushing food and numbers in the gym like that. But I've changed my upper body day to a muscle up day. I hit the muscle up now. It's just about improving that. And I've changed my pulling day to a one arm chin up day. And I don't even know, that goal might be far away. But yeah. No, of course, it's not high. It's still a type of strength training. I guess, whatever you think of as hybrid athlete, it's just that I feel like I do many different things. And right now, I just don't feel like, oh, I have to take on something more. Rene Fusep. Hey, what kind of workout should I do just to gain weight? I've been 60 kg forever, even a year in military only got weight, plus 2 kg temporarily. Classic weight hasn't had me. So you didn't mention, did you notice that you didn't mention food even once? That's the obvious answer, just so you know. Like you have to eat more. You have to eat more. And of course, progressively overload in the gym. Your numbers in the gym have to go up, but you have to eat more. Like, look, if you've been 60 kilos, you're currently using the same amount of energy that you take in. What is the solution? To take in more energy, so that you get an abundance of energy that will be stored on you as weight. DK, I need women to avoid having to go on TRT. I just can't Volcel at this stage. I need women to avoid having to go on TRT. I don't know what you mean by that. Just hybrid training is specific training in multiple areas, like strength training and cross-country running. Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't think about doing that right now. Melpin 16. I'm from Poland. No, I'm from Sweden. So yeah, I'll let you know. This is all theory, I know. Archok in Kanto. In this vertical thing, I can't watch on 2x. You don't need the speed, right? Because it's live. You wouldn't be able to fast forward me. Just in order swinging hammers at manly, a woman can do it too. Yeah, and watching a man, watching another man swing the hammer is manly, or what are you saying? Inspired by insomnia. What do you think of George Lehman? I don't know who that is, actually. Bully Maguire, co-switch to high sugar diet. Do you think it's legit? Look, there are so many things that can work. And so I'm personally a fan of sugar in the forms of honey and fruit and stuff. But of course, I don't know why he does this, and I think it's legit. Cole has had so many things that he has been promoting, like this is the thing, keto, low protein keto. No, by the way, now it's low fat. It's like, I think he just likes to sell something as the thing, because if people believe into the thing that yes, this is the thing, it will be even more effective. So it's like legit in the sense that yeah, it could work for someone. I don't think it's worse than many other diets, but he's just seen a few months when he's promoting some kind of keto diet again. K4TO, talking all the time about being manly is not manly at all. Like I haven't talked about this one bit. It was people in the chat that asked me about, Joe, is it bad I drink a couple of Coke Zeros a day? It's not the worst thing in the world, but of course it's something probably you should gradually do less of. Disco says, good morning. Water tea. Leah, hey, I just joined. Am I way behind? Okay, now I'm catching up on the chat. Stop reading chats and get to work. Well, you talk so much, guys. It's interesting for me. I have like 50 people in my hand right here. Doldon, 180, 187 meters, 84 kg, ripped and strong, my peak. What do you think? If I think it's your peak, I mean, that sounds like good shape, man, but like keep going. I'm 84 right now, I'm 176. Russell shirt, Renee be like, why can't I gain weight? Okay, drink milk, eat nuts, whole eggs. Ruslan said, did you have any injuries like fractures, stretching, or tearing? I had a ton of injuries. Like, it's a question I can't even begin to answer. Like, I've got to do another 50 minutes, I have injuries right now. Like, injuries, what people have to understand, it's not a binary thing. Like, you're either injured or not. Your body is in a certain shape. And so I have pain here right now. But there are many things that are not even injury, but like, oh, this shoulder is more internally rotated than this one. That's the thing. I like this movement for my right shoulder because it externally rotates the shoulder like that. For instance. Ooh. Way more difficult with the left. The left is getting fatigued. The right way is the right way, right? Now the sky is blue, as promised. Pop in the top. Yes. Right. Yes. Sixten Andreasson, did you make that shirt? Yes, like 4 years ago or something. Bully Maguire, so the women jump at you already. Yeah. They're like, I see them running from all kinds of directions over here, so I'm gonna have to close the stream soon. Greetings from Australia. Greetings, Mordecai 88393. Rene, 2,500 cal was my usual diet when weightlifting. Should I really go for more calories then? Look, man, how can you be so confused about it? It's just math. Okay, you ate 2,500 calories. You're 180, 60 kilo is still abnormally low weight. I mean, it seems like, okay, you have quite high metabolism, but what do you think you should do? You know, what other could you do than eat more? Where is that weight you want to put on gonna come from, if not from more food that you eat? It's like, there's nothing more to it, man. And in your case, maybe whatever it takes. Add a bunch of fat to your cooking. Hold on. How old are you, and is this your work, or do you work with something else? I am 31, and I run a business. I do, yeah. I'm a business owner. So like today, for instance, I had client calls with 2 new online coaching clients, onboarding them, taking the info to get the programs. And I had a couple of physical in-person training clients this morning. So completely unrelated to the other 2 there. Now I'm here making a little stream for you guys. I do content, and so I get clients from my content, and I just released a book. So you see, I YouTube, I coach, I make content, and I coach and train people, basically. Frame bite. If you really struggle, you can just boil eggs and eat the yolks pretty much as a superfood, yeah. Terry, are you Swedish? I am. Like the stream, guys. Hola, amigo. Luis. Eduardo. Lanos Solorzano. Gordon Freeman. Can you say porco dio? I have no idea what that means, but there you go. Yeah. Pa! What? So I'm gonna end the stream soon, guys. But you know what I can do? I can bring you for some stretching. That was one thing I was gonna do here. But you've been talking so much. Ich spreche ein bisschen Deutsch, Gordon Freeman. A little bit of German. Ich heiße Theodor. Ich komme aus Schweden. Wie geht's, man? Okay. I've never done a backflip, so I can't try that now. But I want to do some, like, I just want you to be able to see what I do. But so, this is something people ask me if I stretch and stuff. And the thing is, I don't do always very structured stretching. I'll just go to a place like this for a bit and just like feel and find the positions, like, yeah, there's something, you know. Just hang it out, drag it out, stretch it out. I guess just place it here. There we go. now just one. And here I can usually find some thick spots on the shoulder. Ooh. This is intuitive bodily wisdom, guys. When you know your body, know what to give it, you know what to listen for. So right around here, where I feel a good stretch now. Okay. Oof. So, because on the left, I don't have the same shoulder mobility. So it might be a different position I find that feels better. Yeah, a little bit more here. Better here. Oof. Oof. Mm. Oof. Okay. Jay asks, Theo, have you ever done a human flag? I haven't. I find it so funny though. In this outdoor gym, where they have this picture showing like examples of exercises you could do, they just have here, like casually, like, oh yeah, and the flag. Like no instructions on how to do it. It's like, yeah, this is an exercise you can do in this gym. As if someone would just show up and like, okay, hits the flag immediately. Doldon, you went viral on some meme pages. That must have been really good for publicity, right? Funny thing is that those things on the meme pages you're talking about, people have sent that to me, but because the assholes that posted it in the first place, they didn't link to me. You know, they removed my name. So a lot of people have just seen these memes without being able to find me. Of course, some people I know have found me through that. But the biggest blow up was a video, it's about 1.5 months ago now, a 4-year-old video went viral. That's kind of how my recent growth spurt started. So if you see what I'm saying, it's been growing a lot more lately anyway, even before these memes. So it's not like these memes in particular made me notice like, oh, such a big influx of people. But yeah, of many things. It's going well. I'm like riding a wave of growth now. Do you understand, man, that the first 5,000 subscribers took 1 year each, 5 years. And now I'm almost at 15,000, and the other 10K has taken like, it's going to be like a little under 2 months in the end. I want to gain more weight. Thanks for advice. I really thought eating more than that could possibly be ignoring some other issue. No, man, you have to eat. Doldon, where in Sweden are you? Stockholm, the capital. Joe, crazy how we're similar height and weight, but you are so much more jacked. Yeah, it's the body composition. It's funny, you know, in my before and like my before pictures I weigh around what I weigh now in those pictures, but with a completely different body composition. I have no abs, just soft, you know. So yeah, body composition, it is a thing. Koketsu Mulatodi, looking good, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Front lever. I can't do a front lever, that's what you're asking. Jonsuk, how do you deal with the mold exposure? I'm constantly sick from it. I get told I'll go to jail if I fix it myself. Are you the guy that asked me about this in some comments? Like, why are you asking me about this? Like, do I seem like do I seem like the expert? Like the video you commented this about, I had nothing to do with anything. So I'm just like, I'm not the mold expert you're looking for. And go to jail if you fix it yourself. It's like you're not, you're clearly in some fucked up situation. I could tell from your last comment too, and you ask me, I have no idea what I'm supposed to give you with that. Bully Maguire, what about muscle ups? Angel, your thoughts on fasting? I mean, it's like just search the channel. Fasting is like, I have so many videos about fasting, so I can't possibly answer a question like that. It's like I practice it. I'm kind of an expert on it in many senses. So what I think about it, I think it's good. You know, go collect the other info from videos. Mold specialist. Yeah. Bully Maguire asks, what about muscle ups? Like, you want me to do muscle ups? Look, it's not about that I'm afraid to fail. Like, I could fail a muscle up, honestly, now. But it literally is, guys, that I'm working with some injuries. Like, my wrists and elbows are quite tender, and I'm already at the brink. So it's just the muscle up, that specific movement is very fatiguing, and like, you know, that's why I just train it like that once per week right now. So what I'm saying is I can do some things, but I'd rather do something that won't just break. Like, I can do some push-ups for you, you know. I can do some nice dips here or something. So you're gonna be surprised by the turn this set is gonna take. Okay, there we go. So you're gonna be surprised. Now look at this. Selena Slay saying, I can see you from that yellow building. Okay, is that why you're telling me in English that you can? Good form, Bully Maguire says. DD, molding bodies. Well, yeah. Will you ever have a powerlifting arc, Theo? Jay asks. I won't. Like, I want to, the deadlift in particular, when I've sorted out my hips better. You know, because I hit the personal best on the deadlift at the start of the year, after literally not having done it at all for years. I pulled 225 kilos, and I thought that was cool. So I'd like to, you know, I can get into my head that I want to increase my number on this, but I'm never going to be, I'm going to power lift, I'm going to compete in that. No, when it comes to trying a competition, what I would try would be a bodybuilding competition. Because, you know, it doesn't speak to me to stand and pose on a stage like that, but much more about the training and process of bodybuilding it's more similar to my process than the training for powerlifting. So no, won't have an arc. Doldon, har du några svenska fans eller bara internationella? Några svenskar har vi här. Yeah. Like, I know I have Swedish guys, but you know, I spoke in Swedish my first few videos on this channel like 5 years ago or whatever. Is it 5 years? Yeah, I guess it is, you know. But yeah, so then I had an influx of international people, so I switched to English. And honestly, like, why wouldn't you? I understand if you have something that's like really aimed at your countrymen, but if you can speak English, why not? You open yourself up to the world. And that's why, for instance, right now, it's like I can get coaching clients and make a living of it, because it's not just Swedes, right? It's over the entire world. Samutaru, inspired by you, successfully did a 36-hour fast, broke the fast with anchovies and pineapple pizza and mayo. Well, I think you could have chosen something better to break it, as long as you don't go on a binge afterwards. Because that's what I say. The fast, like, when you're doing it, either because you're new to it, or for weight loss and food addiction reversal purposes, you can't view it as being over until you've nailed the refeed, you know. So just don't go crazy after that. Good job. I'm happy to hear I inspired you to try a fast. Okay, guys, gonna have to leave soon. So who is this? I'm sorry if I went out there for a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go soon, guys. Mordecai 88393. Can you give an example of a reverse, please? What do you mean reverse? refeed. An example, you know, any fucking proper meal of real food. It's like if you fast for 36 hours, you could eat whatever, literally whatever you consider like good food, a good meal, you know. So like watch through this channel. Again, I have fasting videos. I show what I refeed with, and I also make the point that I eat quite a bit because I'm a strength athlete. You know, I need to refeed myself properly. While someone that's just like cutting weight and stuff, that's not the main goal, right? After the fast, so you know, some protein source, some carb source, some pickled foods would be nice. You know, there you go. Good refeed. Jay, borde man fasta som 22-åring? So he's asking if you should fast as a 22-year-old. Why not? Why shouldn't you? Like even kids, snake diet cold has been mentioned a few times on this stream. Yeah, even kids fasting, you know, and yeah, you know, why not? Why not? Okay, I'm just thinking, is there some kind of extra? What did you think though? How come I have 48 people watching and like almost no one comment on my sick ass searcher dips? These freaking elbow crook dips, right? Who does that? Now, okay, guys. Can I find some last thing to do here? Give you a chance to say some last thing to me. I guess I can just show you that I think the ring push-ups are a great exercise, but it won't be a tough set or anything. But just look at how much better of a chest exercise this really is than a bench press. Not that there's anything wrong with a bench press, but that's enough. Ruslan Sinisen, I'm just going to say thanks for the motivation and inspiration. Well, thank you for watching, Ruslan, and for asking questions. Like some of your questions, see, it's nice. You know, it's so good. You ask the kind of question that makes me understand sometimes. Like, oh yes, like you know, it's you know, as a coach and teacher, content creator, it's like on the one hand, you know very well what people need to hear, common mistakes and thoughts and that, but also you get a little blinded because you have so much thoughts and knowledge. You get a little blind spot sometimes. So I appreciate your engagement. Bully Maguire, thanks for everything. See you, chump. Oh, wow, I never thought he'd really do that. Daniel Valentine, recently found you. Hello from Australia. Hello, Daniel. Sixten Andreasson. Yeah, just watch Basement Bodybuilding. Yeah, I haven't watched him much, but I know of him, and he's like a good guy. Jay, oof, that exercise ball, the Omniman says it's a killer for chest workout. Yeah, I have many overlapping training ideas with ball Omniman. Thanks, Coach Joe says. Yeah, well, thanks, guys. Fun stream. Yeah, there will be a video later today, probably all the days. Sunday stream, 5 p.m. Central European time, potentially some other stream before that. But until then, guys, stay Chad, and yeah, have a good day. Peace.